Pointe shop. I'm in Oklahoma City Ballet right now. I'm going through California to Chicago and I'm stopping by in the middle. So it's fantastic. I'm here with Askew, who is the school director here. And I just watched her in class. She is fantastic.
Thank you.
Your training program and your studio company, they're huge.
Yes, yes. We have a lot of dancers here that are joining us for the 18-19 season, so it's going to be really great. They all were selected from our summer intensive, and so they've been here, and we invited them to come back. One of the things that we really want to see is a sense of joy and artistry in dancing. I mean, ballet is hard. We all know how hard it is. And so I always say to them, remember why you like to dance. Remember what you're trying to do with your dancing, what you're trying to express, because, you know, it's so hard and it doesn't pay and all of that. So why would you do it if you didn't find some sense of joy? And that's what the audience is going to relate to as a performer. You know, the people we love to see on stage, we relate to them in some way. And it's usually because they speak to us and we sense that they enjoy what they're doing. We really do try to make our school, from our school, 3-year-olds, all the way up into the company, as a warm, family kind of inviting place, you know, that people will want to send their children to, you know, that we really do have an environment that people trust us with their children. And I've had parents say that a lot. They say, oh, I trust you with my child. And I feel like I put together a really good staff through the school that I do think is going to be great with the kids, and parents are always seem to be very, very happy with that. And we just, we really do want the kids. I always say to my teachers, we're training dancers, but we're also training human beings. And so it's important for us to be real and genuine and to love them as we're teaching them this really hard thing.
Tell us how you got here.
It's kind of I mean, I grew up in Clinton, Oklahoma, which is about 90 miles west of Oklahoma City. It's a very, very small town, about 10,000 people. But I grew up there, and I was lucky enough that we had a really lovely ballet teacher there. And at the time I wanted to dance, you know, of course I was really obsessed with it and wanted to dance. And so that was really great, good training. And I went away to summer intensives. I went to Ballet West and to Pennsylvania Ballet and did a lot of that. But then it was mid-80s, I didn't have the skinniest, I mean, I was skinny, but even at my skinniest, people wanted me to look a little different because I always had legs. And that was getting frustrating because I was like, no matter, they would always say, we love your dancing, can you lose 5 more pounds, can you lose 5 more pounds? And that got a little bit rough, and I was, you know, of course, because I wasn't eating, was injured quite a bit. And at some point through that whole process, you know, after my senior year in high school, and I went to Pennsylvania, and we love you, but please lose weight. And I came back and I was like, everything hurt, and I was so discouraged that I was like, I can't do this. So I decided I was not going to dance, and I just decided I was going to go to college. So I went to college, and I was still dancing on the side, of course, still taking class because you can't completely, of course, never let it go. But I was going to college, getting my psychology degree is what I decided to go for. And I was a year out from getting my degree, and I was already looking at grad schools and thinking I was going to go ahead and get my doctorate or something. And my teacher and her husband got a job, and he had gone to law school and gotten a job somewhere else, and they were moving. And she said, I don't want to close everything down. Would you be interested in taking over? And of course, at that point, my brain was already in another direction, so I was like, I don't know, would I? And I had to think about it for a while, talk to my family, and then one of my really good friends said to me, I think you should do it because it's your first love. And if you don't like it, then you can stop doing it. But if you do like it, you know, there you are. And I thought, wow, that's it, because, you know, I can, that is a choice I can make. I can make this choice, and then if I don't like it, I can leave it. But you're right, it was my first love. So I bought a ballet studio at age 20. And so anyway, I taught in Clinton, Oklahoma for 25 years and grew a lot of kids. And we belonged to RDA, and we did festivals. And I found out I loved teaching. I found out I loved choreographing. One of my kids ended up here at Oklahoma City Ballet, and I also knew Robert from RDA and things like that. Our paths had crossed a little bit, and then just kind of randomly in 2015, he sent me a message on Facebook and said, hey, I want to talk to you. And I was like, okay. And I came over and had a meeting with him, and we were talking about school to school, and he was looking for a school director. And I really at first kind of thought he was just picking my brain about the things he wanted. You know, he had a vision for the school. He wanted to see the children, you know, us being able to train the children to grow up into the company if that was their goal, and things like that. And he was sort of talking to me about different things. And then at the end, somewhere in the conversation, he goes, just to be clear, I'm offering you a job. And I was like, oh.
one of our fitters, Natalie Mastura, is in your company now.
Yes,
so
yes.
I've kind of been hearing all of the insider scoop on Oklahoma City Ballet, and she's just so happy, and she so feels like she's being taken care of, which sometimes, you know, it may not happen all the time.
Right. And I think, and that's the beauty of kind of where we are. And we have seen a lot of growth in the last few years. We've got this new building and things. But I do feel like because we are on the smaller end, I think it's harder for larger companies to give that sense of care for all their dancers, from the professionals down to the little ones. But I do also feel like that's something that we here have gone into as a mission. Like, let's have integrity about how we treat the people in our care, from the littlest baby to the professional dancer. And so, you know, from our artistic director, Robert Mills, through myself, through our teachers and our ballet masters, it's a sense that we really are trying to take care and help everybody be their best.
And that sense of communication is very apparent here. Like, from Robert to you to your PR person to, like, everybody just seems to know exactly what's happening. It's communicated very clearly to the dancers, so they know exactly what to expect.
Yes.
It's really done very well from the top all the way to the bottom.
Thank you. That is something also that we have tried to make sure that happens. I think, again, it's a function of us being very small for as much as growth as that we've had. Our staff is still really small throughout the whole organization. We want to take care of the dancer and make them healthy and happy and allow them to continue dancing. You know, there's always that fear on the dancer side of it, this hurts, but I don't want to say anything because I don't want to be out. I don't want to, you know, not be considered for this part or whatever. What we have to do is try to change that thinking, because if we can nip it in the bud when it's early, you know, then it won't be such a big thing later on. And
you develop the dancers really well. You have psychology background. I had no idea, but it makes perfect sense. Yeah, it's fantastic.
I always laugh that I, you know, hardly ever use it officially, but I use it all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Ballet psychology.
It is. It's very helpful. Well, it's just, and it is a matter of empathy. It is a matter of understanding where people are coming, you know, how they're coming at you and what they're actually feeling and going through. And it's a tough business that we're in.
And we were talking a little bit off camera about how Robert likes to hire from within the company.
Yes. He does do auditions, you know, every year, just in case. You know, he always says, well, just in case that special dancer's out there. But he has made it a goal of his to hire from within. He thinks that is something that is important for the school, for our school children to see that, oh, look, I could go this route and make it up. And then also even for the people that come to us as trainees and in our studio company, that we're not just, you know, you're not just going to be here to sort of fill the Corps de Ballet in for a couple of years and then bye, we'll see you later. It's like we're going to bring you in, we're going to give you, you know, what we can, we're going to help you as much as we can, we're going to get you on the stage when we can. And then if he feels like it's a fit, he's going to try to promote from within when he has openings. And so I've seen that since I've been here. He's every year he's promoted people from the studio company up and from the trainees up into the company. So it's I think a really nice way to do business and to shows the dancers that this is a pathway for them.